Hello everyone, I just played in that soccer tournament this last weekend. I bought a camera so I could film throughout the whole thing, but after I charged it up it wouldn't even turn on, so I have to return it. Instead I had to use my iPod's camera because my phone camera, the microphone doesn't work on, and my iPod dies pretty quickly, so I didn't get to record as much as I wanted to. So I'm just going to cut to me giving context for things here throughout the video. Hope you enjoy it. Hello everyone, bit of a different video this time. I'm going to be going to Kamloops for a soccer tournament, so I'm about to head out right now, and I'm going to just film in between games and keep vlogging what's going on with the tournament, how we're doing, and hopefully it turns out pretty good. So I never explained what exactly the tournament actually is. It's a co-ed recreational tournament. Small teams, 7-a-side, on small fields with small nets. And so that's a goalie and then 6 players. We had to have 3 women on the field at all times. So the way we ended up playing that was we'd have 3 men, 3 women, 1 male defense, 1 female defense, 1 male midfield, 1 female midfield, and 1 male forward and 1 female forward. And then we each had a substitute on the sidelines to substitute exactly for our position. So I played defense, and I had another guy playing defense that I would sub with. So this was post game 1. We had a 2-1 win in that one, and it was probably our best played game of the tournament, to be honest. We got out to an early lead, and then they tied it up, and then we ended up getting the winner in the second half. And we played pretty good throughout the whole game, I thought. It was the game that we stuck most to our game plan, and the only reason they scored on us, I think, was because we still hadn't quite all figured out our positions too well and like where we need to be on defensive plays. But otherwise, we played really good. After the game, I got the guy that I was substituting with on defense, did a little post-game interview with him. He had a lot of fun with it. He's a pretty funny guy. He says some pretty silly things in it, so I hope you enjoy that.
Game 1 in the books. What are your thoughts on it? What do you want to tell all your fans?
We could have done better defensively. Mo was not playing great. He had a few shots.
Mo had the most field to cover.
Shooting them to the right of the goalpost and the left of the goalpost, not inside the goalpost. So I think that was the main trouble. And Roger was shouting over there, taking everybody's attention away. So yeah, and Wendy was the only player who was playing. Mike, we knew that he's a bit slow, so we just wanted to give him a chance. I mean, he wanted to feel how it's to be a part of a team and everything, because he's...
Just talk about yourself. It's an A+ out there.
Yeah, so and how did your game go?
My game was great. Everybody came and it took me on the that we won. Yeah, I mean, they think that I know I played my average game. I was not great at it, but the team thinks that I'm the reason behind the win. So yeah, they went to buy the golden boot right now, and I told them I hate all this kind of ceremonies. That they want to make a diamond now. So I said, okay, go on.
All right,
fine. I'll take it if they want to give that.
We'll see what happens second game.
Yeah. Second game, I'm the only one on the team sheet yet. I think the goalkeeper, I might have to do that too. So defense, attack, midfield, and then goalkeep. Yeah, it was a tough game. Yeah, we're trying to train Mike, so yeah.
Huh? Heard it here. Jess is getting signed.
Okay, game 2's done now. That's it for day 1. Come back tomorrow and play again. Thought we played pretty good in the first game. Game 1 was a 2-1 win for us. One little defensive breakdown, but otherwise we played really well, I thought. Kept possession well, and we were moving the ball on the ground really well. Game 2 was a bit of a mess.
We got off to a really good start, got up 3-1. I had messed up on defense on the one goal. I tried to pass it up to our midfielder, and they had a guy right on me pressuring me, and he kind of clipped my foot and caused me to miss the ball, and then he stole it off me, and then I tried to get it back, and I ended up slipping a little bit on the ground. It just didn't go well at all, and he got a shot off and got past our keeper. Our keeper played really well. He was awesome in both games. And then also in game 2, after a while they brought this one guy on. I guess he used to play on the Wolfpack for TRU. And he was really good, tough to play with. Really big guys, strong on the ball. And he came on just when I came off. And our other defender, he's good, he's quick, but he's a little soft on stuff like that, and he beat him a couple times, and they ended up actually tying things up. We went into the first half 3-2, I believe, and then at one point early in the second half, they got a free kick that we all thought probably shouldn't have been a free kick, but it is what it is. Can't change the call. And they managed to score off of that. They were in a prime spot to shoot it, and the guy decided to pass instead, and we weren't really expecting it. And then, so they tied it up at 3-3 with that, and then from there on, they started to dominate. They got, I went on, and that same guy, he came on. I didn't realize he was left-footed. I forced him to that side, but he had a strong kick on that side, and he managed to just strike it right by our keeper. And then I think there might have been one other breakdown. I don't think I was on the field. Oh yeah, they had a corner kick that I don't know what exactly happened. Kind of managed to squeak past everyone, and then one of their guys was left open in the back and just put it in. It was a little unlucky for us. That was another case where it definitely shouldn't have been a corner kick for them. We all seen our defender hit it off of their guy's shins and out, and the ref just called it that our guy hit it straight out. But another tough break for us. So they were up 5-3 at that point. And we brought on all of our offense pretty much. I started running up more instead of playing defense. And we actually managed to get 2 goals and tie it back up, so it ended up okay, but a bit more rough than we expected it to be. So tomorrow we got a game against a team that's won both of their first 2 games. So if we can beat them, we probably just end up playing against them again in the finals. And then if we lose, then it will come down to goals for and against, or however their tiebreakers work. Between us and one other team if they win their last game. So that's all we got. I'll come back tomorrow with the next little update.
Forgot to show off the jerseys. We got these orange ones. I was supposed to bring my own jersey because they didn't think they would have enough for everyone. But once everyone got theirs, there were still a couple left. Unfortunately, the only ones left were small, so I'm kind of pushing this one to its limits, but it's a pretty nice jersey otherwise. I got number 4. Don't know if I'll be able to show it. Yeah, they're pretty good. Cal Tire.
Day 2. It's raining a little bit today, so hopefully that'll help with the smoke. Let's go.
So after our third game, I interviewed another player of ours, but there were some people in the background. I didn't really want to end up showing the footage, and he didn't really explain too much what happened in the game anyways. He just kind of said that it ended up a draw 1-1. And so I'll just explain kind of the happenings of the game. We got lucky to get our goal. Our player was definitely offside. I passed it to him. But the ref didn't call it, didn't see that he was offside, and he snuck through and put it in. It was a pretty decent goal other than being offside. And then we were trying to hold on to our lead, but I don't even remember how they scored, to be honest. I think, oh yeah, we just let one of their guys get too much space and close. We kept lunging at him, our defense, and he had good ball control. This was another player who was a former TRU Wolfpack player on this team, and he was pretty skilled. He seemed pretty young too. He might have actually just recently been playing on the Wolfpack, um, and I don't know. He just created space for himself, and we allowed him to do that. And he got a clean shot off. Uh, Other than that, like that game was very rough. The ref kind of lost control of it. Wasn't really able to keep everyone in check. There's a lot of calls that didn't go well. Like we had the one, like our goal should have been offside. They also had a pretty good chance they didn't end up scoring on where they were clearly offside. Might have been a makeup from the ref. And they had a point where like the ball hit one of their players in the face, and the ref said that our player punched her in the face. Not at all what happened. We all could see that. And then that player freaked out and was like cursing her whole way off the field, and was like that the rest of the game. She even came to our team after the game, like while we were waiting between games, to apologize for ratcheting up the intensity during that game. And then just after that moment, like the whole game, anytime there was any bit of contact, there was bickering. Like we tried to keep our players in, just focused on the game, but there was a couple that kind of got a little too carried away with it. So we were lucky, I think, to come out with the tie there, but it worked out. So we ended up just playing against the same team again in the finals. And I'll come back to that once that's done. The next couple clips you're going to see is I took a little clip of the open division, the other division in the tournament. One of their games was playing. Nothing really happens in the clip, but just to show some gameplay. And then also there's a shot of how much the storm was starting just before our finals match. I took a I recorded some footage of the sand on the beach across the river just like blowing sideways. It's pretty crazy how windy it got, and it started to pour rain too.
I doubt it.
I mean, it makes sense. Two referees in the sitting island.
Yeah, they should. They really should.
No, they paid him too much, so no.
You were so calm. It was amazing. I don't
Go past them. Can you?
Well, finals are over. We lost. 3-1 was the end score. Same thing that's happened to us the whole way through the tournament. We get out to a lead, and then our players keeps playing too risky, taking chances they don't need to be, and we end up getting outmanned in the defensive end when we have the lead, which should never happen. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It's pouring now, which is good. Maybe clear out some of these fires, as long as there's no lightning. But otherwise, I had a great time. It was really fun playing with the team. They're a great group. Some really good skill. Just had to learn how to play together as a team a little better. And I think we could have easily won it. Especially since we got the lead in both our last... Actually, every single game this tournament, we had the lead, and then we ended up losing it. And then the first game we ended up winning. In the end, we got it back. The second game was a back-and-forth affair, ended up in a draw. And the third game was a draw as well, where we got the first goal. And then the finals, we got the first goal, and then we got caught with too few men back. The first goal they got on us, I was out there One other defensive partner of mine went for the ball. I covered the close guy, and there was a guy left open on the far side that they got it through to, and he got a clean shot off. The second goal, I was out there again, and I had a 3-on-1 against me, and I went for the ball, and I actually managed to get the ball. I just didn't have anyone there to get it over to, and their other guy that was there supporting him picked it up after I touched it off the first guy. And then he passed it into the third guy that was open, so wasn't much that could be done there. And then I don't really know what happened on the final goal. I was off on the sidelines and I couldn't really see what happened. It looked like a guy just kind of got a little bit of space in close and ripped a shot past our keeper. Unfortunate, but again, not enough defensive coverage. But at that point, it made sense because we were trying to get back into the game. It's too bad, but I still had a lot of fun this weekend. Hope to get into another tournament sometime soon.
That was it for the tournament. I'd like to thank the team for having me. It was a whole lot of fun.